Hi everyone, I just wanted to pop in and tell you a little bit about a wellness experience that I'd had the last couple of weeks. I've not been able to sleep very well because we had a lot of cold weather here where we live at Dalvane, and so I was averaging maybe 2 to 4 hours a night sleep. And we decided that we know that climate plays a really big part of my osteoarthritis, and so I've been in a lot of pain, and we decided that we would go away for, I don't know, from Tuesday through until Friday last week. So we went to just over the gap to where it was a little bit warmer, and I was feeling really, really run down, exhausted. I didn't feel like I had any energy at all. It took everything that I had to pack the caravan to take it down. And when we got down there, I knew I was going to fall in a heap, which I did. But within 2 hours of actually being there, my osteoarthritis pain subsided. I had next to nothing, so very, very little pain. And I can remember I fell asleep that afternoon. But the whole time we were there, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night. And over those 3 nights, I slept between 28 and 30 hours. And I allowed myself to do it. I gave myself permission to do it, and told hubby that I would probably do that. Gradually, over the next couple of days, I was able to go out and do a little bit of a walk. And yeah, I suppose what I'm trying to say is sometimes when we find ourselves in situations where it just feels like there is no end in sight, that you just have to take that drastic measure. For me, it is changing climates and taking that time out to completely reset my body and how it's going. I know I still look very tired. I've still got black eyes. We've been home one night and I slept between 8 and 10 hours again last night. So that's 4 nights sleep that I have had. That has been amazing. So, but I suppose it's more taking the responsibility for our own bodies and our own, well, for me, it's chronic illness and chronic pain and chronic fatigue and nutrition and all that. It's taking the responsibility. It's not coming back and falling back into the victim mode that you can easily be sucked into. I could have said, oh, woe poor me, woe poor me, woe poor me the whole way through. I didn't. I said, this is what's happening. This is what I'm going to do to deal with it. And I allow myself the grace to be able to do that. But then it's also hard on the people that are around us as well, because my he had a whole different agenda in his mind. He was like, oh, good, we're going away. We're going to be able to do this. We're going to be able to do this. We're going to be able to do this. And the thing is that you have to allow them the time to come into the realization of what's actually happening with your body and with your life in their own time. They've got to be able to come along in their own time. And yeah, that might mean that they get a little bit grumpy and a little bit upset along the way. But if we don't close our hearts, if we keep our hearts open, and sometimes that can be a little bit hard to do, like if they say a hurtful thing and it's just coming from their experience, we can easily go, well, oh God, stuff you, Jack, and turn and walk the other way. Or we can turn around and give them a hug and say, I love you. Thank you very much for your support. No matter what else you receive back, as long as you keep an open heart, then eventually things are going to be okay. Eventually things are going to be okay. So that's probably one of my wellness tips at the moment, is just to keep that open heart. No matter what's happening, make sure that you take responsibility for what's actually happening with you, and don't fall into the victim mode. I mean, it's so easy to do. So, and I'm not saying I haven't, because I have done it more times than not, and I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning not to, and I'm learning to take responsibility for me. I'm learning to put me first, because when I put me first, everybody else benefits. So if you put you first, everybody else around you benefits. Even if they call you selfish, even if they say, you know, things like that, you've got to know in your heart of hearts that it will end up being of benefit for them. Absolutely of benefit for them. You're being selfish if you don't look after yourself. You're being selfish if you don't do it for you, because then you do it for you and you do it for them. Anyway, much love, light and laughter. Talk to you soon. Bye.